Students, you all know that there are 8 parts of speech in English grammar: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Yes or no? All these are. So, my question is, what is verb? Can you say what is verb? Yes, anyone? What is verb?
Verb is an action word.
Yes, very good, beta. So, verb is an action word. You all know about that. The verb is a word used to express an action or state. It is the action word we use in the sentence. So, there are some types of verbs. So, here you can see action verbs, regular verbs, irregular verbs, auxiliary verbs, phrasal verbs, be forms of verb. So all these are the some types of verbs, and today we are going to deal with the one type, that is auxiliary verbs or modal verbs. So our today's topic is modal verbs, or we also call this auxiliary verbs. So students, what is the objectives of today's session? So just go through it. Yes. So in the today's session, we are going to learn step by step. First, we are going to deal with the what is modal verb or what are modal verbs. After that, we are going to see the some list of modal verbs. There are a lot of modal verbs. Apart from them, we are going to deal with the some examples. After that, we are going to see the use of these modal verbs, how we have to use these modal verbs in our sentences. Okay, and at last we are going to deal with the examples of these modal verbs. So let's move pros. Yes, students, in your English Balvarti textbook, on page number 50, or the in the poem 3.1 workshop, there is one question for you. Question number 3, you can see here. In that question is asked to you, spot the modal verbs in your answer. Okay, so there is a one question about the modal verbs, and there is also one bracket, and you have to see the page number 37 on the English Bharati textbook. On the page number 37, there are some information given about the modal verbs. Yes, you can see here some information about the modal verbs given here. So there are other verbs like can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, used to, etc., which show whether something is possible, allow, necessary, etc. They are known as modal auxiliaries or modal verbs or helping verbs. Okay, so you can see here the simple definition of the modal verbs or auxiliary verbs is given. So we are going to see in the detail, okay, about this topic. So let's see the what is or what are modal verbs. So modal verbs means, you can see here that important definition of the modal verbs. The modal verbs are used before main or root verbs to express permission, suggestion, advice, possibility, ability, request, obligation, and so on. So we have to use, or we uses the modal verbs with the main verb in the sentence, and we have to express these functions: permission, suggestions, advice, possibility, ability, request, obligation in this way. Okay, so we have to use the modal verbs with the main verb in a sentence. uh, Such verbs indicate the attitude, intention, and mood of the speaker. So modal verbs, what the function in the sentence they are doing? So they indicate the attitude, intention, and mood of the speaker. In the how is the attitude? How is the what is the intention? What is the mood of the speaker? So these words tells us about that things. And the next point is modal verbs are also called modals, modal auxiliary verbs, or modal auxiliaries. So all these are the names. We can also call these words. Okay. So here modal auxiliaries means what, students? So auxiliary means the helper. We all know that if someone helps to other, we call them helping. Okay, helping hands. So in this way, these verbs also helps the main verbs in the sentence. They give support, or they give more information about the main verbs given in the sentence. That is why that we call them modal auxiliaries. Okay. So let's move. Yes, the next point is list of some modal verbs. So here are, you can see uh, some modal verbs that are given in your textbook. We are going to deal with these only. Okay, this is a very vast topic. We are going to see about these modal verbs today. Okay, can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, used to, ought to. Okay, dare to. So all these are the modal verbs that we use commonly in the sentences. So next to that, we are going to see about this how we have to use these modal verbs in the sentences. So modal verbs are used to express functions. So which functions they are performing in the sentences? Yes. So yes, you can see here the functions like permission, suggestion, advice, possibility, ability, request, obligation, prohibition, probability, etc. Or if we have to use, you can use in these words in the negative uh, way also. If we use the words not with the modal verbs, you can also use these words in the negative sense also. Okay. So in this way, we use the modal verbs to express these emotions or intentions of the speaker. Okay. Yes. So students, we have to know the how we can use these modal verbs in our sentences. So there are some examples here. We are going to see one by one these modal verbs, how we have to use in the our English language. So first is can. So we use this verb in case of asking permission, possibility, ability, request, suggestion, etc. So when we have to express the things like permission, possibility, ability, request, suggestion, we can use the this modal verb can. So here are some examples. Yes. Any one of you unmute yourself and read these sentences. Read the sentences loudly. Yes.
First, you can go to the cinema. Permission. Second, he can find the answer for this question. Ability. 3. Can I sit there? Request. Fourth, you can go by taxi. Suggested. Fifth, missiles can be quite dangerous.
Very good, beta. So here, students, you can see here in this sentence, main verbs are also given. Yes or no? So, but here can is used with the main verb or root verb, and uh, because of this word or modal verb in the sentence, you can uh, see the main functions the speaker is using in the sentence. For in the first sentence, he is giving permission. In the second sentence, the word can is going to show the ability. He can find the answer. Okay. Here the ability of the boy. Here is the word can showing. In the third sentence, you can see, can I sit there? The word is used to take a request. Okay. In the fourth, you can go by taxi. Here also the word used to give the suggestion someone. Okay, you can go by taxi. And in the last sentence, possibility is mentioned. Missiles can be quite dangerous. Can be quite dangerous. It means it is showing the possibility. Okay. Yes, in this way we have to use these words in the sentences. Okay. The next is could. Okay. So we use this verb to express things very politely. Possibility in the past, polite request, conditional sentences, and ability. So while expressing these things, you can use this modal verb in the sentences. Let's understand with the examples. Yes. Who will read these examples for me? Yes.
Could
Raise
you
hand.
take me
Can unmute.
to station? Polite request. I could play tennis when I was younger. Past ability. You could take a taxi. Polite suggestion. Excuse me, could I use your bathroom? Permission. That story could be true. Who knows? Past possibility.
Yes, very good, beta. So here you can see the word could is used to do the polite request, polite permission, okay, or to show the past ability. If you saw the examples, first example, could you take me to Victoria Station? So he is taking the polite request. He is not asking very rudely. He is going to do the polite request to the someone else there. Could you take me to the Victoria Station? In the second sentence, you can see, I could play tennis when I was younger. So here, the past ability of a person is going to show here. Past ability. He is always, he's able to play the tennis in the past. In the third sentence, you can see, you could take a taxi. Here also polite suggestion given to him, anyone. Okay, you could take a taxi. In the fourth sentence, you can see here, excuse me, could I use your bathroom? Here is also, you can see the person is taking permission very politely. Yes or no? Excuse me, could I use your bathroom? In this way, if you use the sentence, it shows your polite, you are taking polite permission. And in the last sentence, uh, that story could be true. Who knows? Here, the sentence is going to show the past possibility. Okay, these things are possible, but when in the past. So in this way, to express these functions, polite request, past ability, permission, suggestion, you can use the modal verb could. Yeah. Next is will. Okay, so we always use these words while using the future tense. Yes, so will is used in case of future tense auxiliary, invitations, orders, wish, desire, will, certain predictions, confidence in the future. So while expressing all these functions, we can use this modal verb will. Okay, let's see the examples. Yes, who will read these examples? Yes, read the example loudly.
Next week, I will be in New York. Second, it will
Second, I
rain
will
today.
run today.
Third, will you join us for coffee? Fourth, you will stay at home tonight.
Yes, very good, beta. So here, with the help of examples, we can see that we use the modal verb will while showing these expressions. For example, future desire, prediction, invitation, order. Here in the first sentence, you can see next week I will be in the New York. He is going to express or going to say the future thing or future desire. Next week I will be in the New York. I will be not here. I will be in the New York. In the second sentence, it will say this is a no, he is not saying uh, confidently. Uh, yes or no? So at that time of to give the prediction, while giving prediction, we can use the word will. It will rain today. In the third sentence, will you join us for coffee? Here, someone is inviting. Yes or no? Someone is inviting to take a coffee. So will you join us for coffee? And in the fourth sentence, you will stay at home tonight. Here, order is given. You will stay. You have to stay at home tonight. So, to give the order, invitation, while doing prediction, while showing future desire, we have to use or we can use the modal verbs will. Let's move further. Yes, the next modal verb is would. We use would in case of question while asking the question, while taking permission, giving permission, invitation, polite request, or a habit of the past. If someone is having the habit in the past, so you can use this modal verb to show this habit. Let's see some examples of that. Yes. Read this example. Yes. If you want to read, unmute yourself.
Will you pass the pizza? Question. Will you please help them? Polite request. She will go to the market on Sunday mornings. Past habit. Would you like to come for drink? Invitation.
Yes. In the same way, uh, uh, when we use the will, in the same way, we can use the modal verb would. Okay. So, here you can see in the first sentence, would you pass the pizza? Here, a polite question he is asking, would you pass this pizza? In the second sentence, would you please help him? Polite here, would you please help them? In the third sentence, she would go to the market on Sunday morning. Past habit. Yes, here her past habit is going to show with the help of this word would. She would go to the market on Sunday mornings. Okay, in the past, regularly she was going to the market. And in the fourth sentence, would you like to come for drink? Here, the modal verb would is used to give the invitation. Would you like to come for drink? Here he invite. Yes or no? Invitation is the main function of the verb here. The next modal verb is shall. This one also we use in our day-to-day life while speaking English. It is also one important modal verb. So it is used to express offer, suggestion, wish, desire, will, and future confidence. Let's understand with the help of examples. Yes, some examples are in front of you. Just read these examples. Yes. Who will read? Read the example. Okay, let me read. Okay. Yes, the first example is there. Shall I order a taxi? Second, shall we begin the meeting now? Third, you shall bring your notebook next time. Fourth one is, I shall be in London on Friday. So in the four sentences, different functions are expressed with the help of modal verb shall. In the first sentence, offer. In second, suggestion. In third sentence, order. And in the fourth sentence, future confidence. So in this way, we can use the modal verb shall to express these emotions or feelings. Yes, the next important modal verb is should. We use this modal verb for advice, urgent work, moral duty, suggestion, etc. Let's see some examples of that. Yes, anyone ready to read this? Students, just unmute yourself and you can read.
You should go to the doctors tomorrow. Advice. Everyone should obey the rules. Moral duty. He should be ready for his exam. Suggestion. You should complete this work by tomorrow. Urgent work. You should work hard. Moral duty.
Yes, very nice, beta. So students, here you can understand with the help of examples how the modal verb should is useful and how we have to use this. So see the sentence carefully. First one, you should go to the doctors tomorrow. Here he is giving advice. In the second, everyone should obey the rules. Here the should is showing our moral duty. This is our moral duty. You have to obey the rules. In the third sentence, you should be ready for his exam. Suggestion. Here someone is giving suggestion to him. In the fourth sentence, you should complete this work by tomorrow. This is showing the urgent work. We have to do this work tomorrow itself. And the last one, you should work hard. Here also our moral duty is showing you have to do this work. You have to do the hard work for the success. So in this way, while when we use these words, you have to express these functions: advice, moral duty, suggestion, urgent work, etc. Okay. Let's see the next. Here is the two modal verbs, may, might. Both are used in the same way. In case of polite permission, polite request, possibility, probability, am. So while expressing these functions, you can use these words in our sentences. Here are some examples of these modal verbs. There are 5 examples. Yes, who is ready to read? Yes. Okay. So first example is there. May I come in, sir? Second, it may snow tomorrow. Third one is, may I have some more sugar? Fourth one is, might I suggest an idea? Fifth one, I might go on holiday next month. So here, may is used to express permission, possibility. In the third sentence, he is giving request. Fourth sentence, might I suggest an idea? It shows polite permission. And in the last one, I might go on holiday next month. Here, possibility is showing. So here, in this way, you can use this modal verbs: may, might. Yes. The next one is must. Must is used in case of obligation, necessity, conclusion. While expressing these functions, emotions, we can use the modal verb must. Yes, let's see the examples. Uh, yes, first example is you must stop when the traffic lights turn red. Your obligation is going. Obligation means what? We have to strictly follow these things. Yes or no? If the traffic lights turns in red, so you have to stop. You must stop. Okay. Your obligation means what? You have to strictly follow these rules. At that time you have to use the modal verb must. The second sentence you can see here, he must be very tired. He is been working all day long. Conclusion. What the conclusion here? He is very tired because of he work hard all day. Yes sir. Here conclusion uh, is show with the help of what must. The third sentence is there. You must have identity to enter in the room. Necessity. Here, what is the necessity showing? The necessity of the identity card. So you must have identity to enter in the room. And the fourth sentence is you must visit the USA. Advice is given here. You must visit the USA. So in this way, you can use the word or modal verb in the sentence. Yes. The next one is ought to. So it is used to express moral duty, insistent advice, strict recommendation. So strict recommendation means what? So if you have to do these things strictly, okay. So at that time you can use this modal verb. Let's see the examples here. You ought to drive more carefully. Here advice is given strictly. You ought to drive more carefully. In second sentence, you ought to study more next year. Here is also advice is given, but very strictly. You ought to work harder. It's our duty to work hard. So you can say you ought to work harder. And in the fourth sentence, you ought to stop smoking. Here recommendation is given to him. You ought to stop. You have to stop the smoking. So these are the examples of the modal verbs ought to. And the last one is used to. So it expresses repeated action in the past. When we have to express the repeated action in the past, we can use this modal verb in the our sentences. So here are some examples of that. Can anyone read? Yes. First sentences are there.
I used to go to school
Insert
to read the
permission.
novels.
It may
She is used to get up early. Mahesh is used to traveling a lot.
Yes, excellent, Veda. So here you can see the word used to show the repeated action in the past. I used to go to school. He used to read the novels. She's used to get up early. Mahesh is used to traveling a lot. So all these are the past habit of the persons. So while showing this past repeated actions, you can use the modal verbs used to. So students, in this way, we had learned about the some modal verbs. Only some modal verbs. There are a lot of modal verbs. We have today we learned about the some modal verbs and their examples that are given in our English Bal Bharati textbook. Okay. So what we learn, just revise in short. Yes. Shortly. So what is modal verbs? So we have to know that the modal verbs is nothing but the we are also called the modals or modal auxiliaries or modal auxiliary verbs. So they are the special verbs which behave irregularly in English. We can use in English. Okay. So they are different from normal verbs like work, play, run, etc. So the main don't Here they are different from the normal verbs. The normal verbs is the action words like work, run, play, eat. All these are the normal action verbs, but they are the different from these normal verbs, and they give additional information about the function of the main verb that follows it. So we have to always use the main verb with the modal verbs. Listen carefully. There is always a modal verb comes with the main verb in the sentence, and it gives additional information about the main verb. Okay. When we use the modal verb in the sentence, there is one root or main verb also. Okay, and these modal verbs gives the more information, additional information, or it helps to give the uh, express the function of the main verb. That is, we call them modal auxiliaries, helping verbs. Okay, and they have a great variety of communicative functions. Yes, we all already learned about the different functions of the modal verbs. You can use it to show different communicative functions. Just we learn about this with the help of examples. Yes or no? Yes, I hope you understood this topic. Yes, so there is one question for you for homework. Fill in the blanks with the suitable modal verbs given in the bracket. So there are 6 fill in the blanks here. We have to complete it. Just read the sentence carefully and guess which modal verb should be in the blank. Okay. So I hope you understood this topic. Just go through it and try to understand how we have to use the modal verbs in the sentence. Okay, students. If you have any question, so you can ask me. Yes. Students, any doubt in your mind?
No, sir, no doubt.
No, sir,
Okay,
no
thank
doubt.
you, beta.
But, sir,
Okay,
wait.
thank you.
Sir,
Thank you very much.